Hey there, sweetheart. Good evening, Jack. What's eating at you, honey? You don't look too happy tonight. David's on to us, Jack. He bumped into me this morning, and he told me one of his buddies spotted us last night at that restaurant. Shoot, JY, this might stir up some trouble, but it ain't game over yet. We knew this could happen, we even hashed it out before. Yeah, I get that, Jack, but when he confronted me, it stung real bad. I mean, David and I've been hitched for 25 years, raised 2 kids together. What did you say to him when he brought it up? I stuck pretty close to what we planned, just like we talked about. I'm not one to spin tall tales, Jack, you know that, so I kept it mostly honest, followed your lead. Laid out the truth for him. What? You mean me, a big-shot lawyer who's climbed the career ladder, tied down to a basic grease monkey husband for nearly my whole adult life? A guy who never bothered to aim higher. I just wanted a taste of something different for once, a real man, a leader who matches me, not some pushover who bends over backwards for me. Pretty much, yeah, but let's not dump on him too hard now. He's got his own shop, and that job of his put food on the table for me and the kids. Thing is, when we practiced this whole spiel, it felt like I'd earned a guy like you. But then he hit me with all those years of him holding me up, money-wise and heart-wise, and suddenly our story sounded kinda empty. You follow me? Did you spill everything to him? What happens if you won't just let it slide? The firm's got your back for a divorce, and we can strip him down to nothing. Yeah, I laid it all out, Jack. Only hitch was, he didn't seem to care much. Kept muttering about how he couldn't wrap his head around me turning on him after everything he's poured into us. Gotta admit, Jack, it tore me up hearing that. I tried explaining I'm not tossing him aside, I just feel like I'm owed a little extra. But I don't think he got that I'm not trying to cut him loose. A little extra, huh, JY? I'm 38 years old, babe. You told me you were wild about my, equipment, said it took you to heights your old man hadn't reached in forever. Didn't you say the sex was like nothing you'd ever had? Sure did, Jack, but I also told you I didn't know any better back when I said, I do, to David. He's always been so soft and sweet. You're a whole different beast, bold, take charge. It just swept me off my feet. Damn right, darling, and I'm gonna keep rocking your world. Your husband's just gotta deal with the fact you've got a new side to you now. He ain't the top dog anymore, I am, and he's gonna have to swallow that pill. It's tough for me to think 25 years of marriage boiled down to this with you. You know what? I'm gonna whip up some paperwork, then head over to him this afternoon. Give me the address of his shop. What kind of papers you talking about, Jack? All the tricks up my sleeve, Jen. You know how we play these suckers, a restraining order so he can't come near you, me, or the house, lock up his business accounts, that's just the warm-up. Throw in some legal mumbo-jumbo he's got no clue about, pure smoke and mirrors. Trust me, babe, by the time I'm done burying him in this crap, your little mechanic'll be begging you to call the shots. I ain't so sure, Jack. You didn't see the look in his eyes this morning. 1417 Mr. Black, mind if I step inside? Names, I already know who you are. Well, that cuts through the small talk. I reckon Julia filled you in this morning about how our little deal with her ain't going anywhere, even looking ahead. Bet she didn't clue you in on why you oughta let it ride. Mind if I drop my stack of papers here? Appreciate it. Maybe you don't know this, but I'm the big boss at the company where Julia punches the clock. That means I've got more than 20 legal sharks on speed dial, every one of them hand-picked for racking up wins like it's a sport. Over half of them are pros at family law, and believe me, I'll sick every last one of them on you without blinking. These docs. Whipped them up fresh this morning. Let me break it down quick. Here's the divorce petition. Yep, your wife's already put her signature on it. This one freezes your shop's accounts till we sell it off under some fancy global deal. This order's giving you 24 hours to clear out of the house you two shared, and these restraining orders. They box you in, 200 meters away from me, Julia, her place, and our office, minimum. You catching where this train's headed, David? I'll bury you in so much legal crap you won't even twitch without a court date. You'll throw in the towel once you're flat broke, scrambling for a decent lawyer. And here's the kicker, while all this is going down, I'll be the one warming your wife's bed. Yeah, I get it, you're bigger, tougher, got more pull than me. But here's the thing, cavemen don't run the show anymore. Smarts beat brawn a long time back. Look, Mr. Black, it doesn't have to go down like this, not one bit. How about we just keep things chill, huh? I'll keep hooking up with her whenever I feel like it, and you can have her when she's in the mood, same as the past 4 months. Why kick the hornet's nest? She'll get bored of me eventually, and then she's all yours again, no fuss. I've said my piece. Truth is, if you were giving her everything she wanted, we wouldn't be standing here, would we? My 2 cents. Just roll with it. Use it as a chance to step up your game. But one tip, pal, ease off your wife. I snatched her up, not 'cause I was the smoothest talker in the room, but 'cause I'm the top dog who laid it out straight, just like I'm doing with you now. You finished flapping your gums, loudmouth? Seems like you and most folks these days don't even know what alpha male really means. Want a regular OL mechanic like me to school you? Go ahead, hotshot, lay it out for me. They say seeing beats hearing 100 times over. Right then, David steps up and clocks the lawyer square in the face with a solid right hook. There's a nasty crunch, teeth giving way, and it feels good to hear it. John hits the deck, slumping back against the workshop wall, half his face frozen in pure shock, the other half a mess. Check out Exhibit A, I say. Before the pain really kicks in, David yanks John up by the collar, only to drop him again with a wicked uppercut to the gut. John's down on his side now, wheezing like a busted engine, fighting for air. And here's Exhibit B. Just as David's fire starts showing, he swings that steel-toed boot of his into John's sprawled-out arm, snap goes the wrist, a couple hand bones too. Then he plants one in the chest, cracking 3 ribs, and for a second, it cools David's temper. That's Exhibit C and D for ya. And hey, Alpha, cool it with the whimpering, would ya? I'm trying to teach you a lesson here. Oh, and thanks for making me break a promise I swore back in school, never throw my weight around when I'm pissed. I was gonna let Jen's mess slide, till you strutted in here tonight and lit my fuse. Even a laid-back guy like me's got a limit. David plants his boot on John's throat, holding it there, till he's sure the guy's listening again. Alright, let's get back to your schooling, pal. That alpha male stuff comes from wolf packs. He's the lone wolf barking orders at the rest. Might not be the brightest or the bulliest, but he's the meanest son of a gun in the bunch, the one who'll rip your throat out without a second thought. Pure ruthless, and you, kid? You ain't even in the same league. Sure, you might strut around like the king of your cushy, air-conditioned office, but out here in the real dirt, you're just another mangy mutt. And smart. Don't make me laugh, you didn't even think to bring a witness, you dumb jerk. So here's what might happen next. Option 1, I call the cops. Could be they haul me in, could be they don't. Might let me out on bail, might not. Maybe they'll nail me for it, maybe they won't. Whole lotta ifs there, Jack. Worst case. I get a 5-year crash course behind bars, 5 years figuring out how to mess folks up, how to bury a body so deep nobody ever digs it up. And when I graduate from that school of hard knocks, you and me, we'll have ourselves another little chat like this. Or, loudmouth, you can take this beating as a life lesson, call it tuition for screwing around with another guy's wife. Now scram. I gotta mop up this mess, your blood's all over the place, and, Jesus, you even pissed on my nice, clean workshop floor. Alpha. Yeah, right. Jack, I'm over here at the office waiting. Figured you'd been back forever by now. Where you at? Just got checked into the hospital ward, Jen. Spent 3 hours getting patched up in surgery. Holy crap, what happened? Did you crash your car or something? Nah, Jen. I misjudged your husband big time. Went to see him solo like an idiot, and he smashed my nose, snapped my left arm, cracked a few ribs, and maybe even busted my cheekbone. No way, Jack. The David I know wouldn't hurt anybody, he's never been mean like that. Trust me, it's real. Want proof? I can show you the X-rays when you get here. Oh my God, I can't wrap my head around this, not my David. Is there any chance you won't go to the cops? We're not totally innocent here. Even with what he did, I don't want David rotting in jail over this. Cops already rang me up, JY. Told M some random driver plowed into me and took off. Your sweet, quiet husband made it crystal clear, bad as I'm hurting now, this is just the warm-up if I try pointing the finger at him. I ain't rolling those dice again, Julia. I'm keeping my mouth shut. That sounds kinda ridiculous, Jack. You're acting like he's got you scared. I just can't see it, David wouldn't swat a bug, let alone this. Believe what you want, but I've got the busted bones to back it up. I'm just playing it safe to keep breathing, Jen. Hold on, they've pumped me full of pain meds, and they're kicking in hard now. Next morning, 9:18 a.m., by John's hospital bed. Jack, you gotta bail me out here. I was stuck at work till 8 last night, too freaked out to head home, didn't know if it'd be safe. I kept dialing David to check, but he wouldn't pick up. Finally worked up the nerve to go back, and guess what? He'd changed every damn lock, I couldn't get in the house. Ended up crashing at my sister's place. Checked this morning, and our bank accounts. Drain dry. Credit cards. All dead. I'm desperate, Jack, can you get one of your divorce hotshots to start kicking David out of the house? Can I bunk with you, till it's sorted? Nope, JY. What? Why not, Jack? 'Cause of all this mess, that's why. If I dip into the company's cash and clout to pull you out of this hole, he'll have every excuse to come stomping after me again. Truth is, I'm covering my own tail here, you're out, JY. I'll toss you 4 weeks severance to sweeten the deal, but you gotta pack up and bounce today. Oh, and if you run into David, mind letting him know I gave you the boot? Didn't you hear a word I said, Jack? David's wiped me out, bank accounts, everything. No cash, no job, and now you're ditching me. I'm toast right out of the gate. I feel for you, JY, I really do. But you weren't there when your husband was pounding my face in, you didn't see that look in his eyes. I'm just trying to keep my head above water here. You're a damn coward, Jack. Just yesterday, you were strutting around, crowing about being the big bad alpha male. Now you're shaking in your boots, scared my husband, who's got 10 times the guts you do, is lurking under your bed waiting to pounce. How the hell did I ever think I'd be some kinda queen with a guy like you? Beats me, I must have been nuts to buy into your big shot fantasies or take a sleaze like you seriously. Epilogue, 10 o'clock that same morning. There's Julia Brown, parked on the side of the road in her dead car, credit cards maxed out, not a dime to her name. Gas tanks running on fumes, and it's only a matter of time, till she's stranded for good. Lucky for her, or maybe not, David hadn't killed her phone service yet. Was he sloppy, or just playing a cold, twisted game? She's headed for the city where our 2 kids live now, hoping they'll take her in. They've never left her hanging for more than an hour when she's texted M before. So, right after 10 a.m., she starts dialing. She checks her phone again, nothing, zilch, no replies. Julia lets out a long breath, snags her worthless purse, and climbs out of the car. She smooths out her skirt, steps onto the gravel shoulder, and sticks her thumb up in the air. Some creep in a rusted-out van spots her standing there alone and grins to himself. He wouldn't slap the alpha male label on himself, nah, he's got enough sense to know loners don't get that title. His grin stretches wider as he closes in. This stretch of highway's always been a goldmine for him.